Hi, good morning. This is Rachael, Plaine, and I'm here at Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. It's Wednesday morning, July 8th, and we are here for our moderate flow yoga class. So we'll get started in just a moment or so. I was rearranging the studio to have a different setup just to kind of mix it up a little bit today. So we'll see how this goes. We have a new background, new backdrop. So still same studio, slightly different orientation. So we're going to get going in a moment. This gentle moderate flow class is a mix between a gentle flow style and a more moderate intermediate flow style. So you'll have opportunities to take it at your own pace. We're going to focus a little bit more on the breath work today. So we'll do a couple different pranayama exercises, different breathing exercises that we'll start with in our warm-up. We'll weave in throughout our practice during some of the poses and just when we're seated during our flow today. So good morning, Joanne. Good morning, Patty. Welcome. Do you like our new setup? I changed our orientation to just mix it up a little bit. So I was rearranging the furniture before I logged in. Good morning, Robbie. How are you guys? I can see that you guys are all logging in, so that's awesome. So let's get started. I set up a couple blocks back there. We're going to use blocks if you want to. So I'm going to offer a couple poses where it might be helpful to have the blocks, but you don't necessarily need them. So if you don't have blocks at home, you can use anything that just helps to raise the ground up, or you don't need them. So if you feel comfortable practicing without, you don't necessarily need that. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Patty. Yeah, we'll give it a try. We have this big, beautiful studio, and it's just me here. So we're going to mix it up, just different spots to film our classes while we stay virtual. So just to remind you guys, oh, thanks, Joanne. Just to remind you, if you were not here on Monday, we're experimenting with lots of new things as we enter this new way of being in the world as human beings during post-COVID or during COVID. So we implemented some new software that some of you guys are aware of, especially those of you that I know have been to the outdoor classes. So it's a new schedule, different than our Google schedule. So you can find our schedule on berkshireyogaDanceFitness.com, and it describes all the classes. One of the neat things about that software is it integrates easily with Zoom, which is an online streaming platform that many of you may have used for other purposes throughout the past few months. So we're going to test out doing some live stream classes on Zoom just to see how that works and if you guys like it and how it is with the software. So next week, I'm hoping, if I can get to it this week and this weekend, I want to set up the Zoom integration for our next week's classes. So our Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. live and our Friday, 5:30 live. And if you happen to be a Zumba person, you guys are already on Zoom, but it'll be a new link for that as well. So stay tuned, check your email, check Facebook. I know that I'm connected with all of you guys so far that are commenting via social media, so I'll be able to get in touch with you and invite you. I'll make a Facebook event just mentioning this Zoom integration that we're going to try out. So there'll still be live classes. We're still going to do them next week free or by donation. You're welcome to make a contribution. Thank you to those of you who have been making contributions. We really, really appreciate that. It's helped us sustain through this closure. So only difference, we won't be on Facebook Live. We'll be testing out Zoom just to see how that goes for next week, and then we'll make a plan from there. So every week is new. Welcome, Leah. Welcome, Shannon. Thank you, Robbie. The studio looks beautiful. Yes. I've been enjoying coming in, but I miss seeing you guys and miss having actual bodies here. But this is second best, so I'm glad that you guys are on the other side of the camera. So let's get started. If you're just tuning in, feel free to grab your blocks. You don't need anything, but if you want to have blocks, have them nearby. And we're going to do a little bit more breathing work or pranayama breath exercises during today's practice. Perhaps that's the plan, the loose plan, but we'll see where the flow guides us today. So come take a comfortable seat and we will get going. And I'll check in with you guys at the end. Thanks so much for being here. I'm glad you're here to practice together today. So let's get going. All right. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to still see okay with our new backdrop. So you can come into a comfortable seat and close your eyes. And just take some time here to tune in like we normally would. So bring your hands onto your lap. And you can feel your knees and feel your legs and just find that gentle rock that you're familiar with. Little sway, shoulder shrugs, moving in any way that feels good, wiggling, adjusting, broadening your seat. Shifting the knees, the hips, the sitting bones so that you feel comfortable. And then we'll come right up to stillness for today. So start to feel the energy in the legs, the sitting bones, the legs, the hips. Feel very grounded and heavy towards the mat or towards whatever you're sitting on. Let your palms be gently in your lap. And then feel the spine rise long and tall from the base of the tail to the top of the head. Feel the crown of the head lift up off the shoulders, so the neck gets longer. So head gets longer, neck gets longer. Feel the rib cage lift up off the hip points, so the waist, the belly, and the back get longer. And then just start to notice how you feel in your body right now. See if you could maybe sit up a little taller, longer, finding more length and space. And at the same time, softening the outer edges. So relaxing your forehead and your eyes and your jaw. So the skeleton, the bones are really long and tall, expansive, strong, powerful. But there is just this sense of grace or ease around that. So sitting up tall, but then settling. And then begin with just a 3-part breath. So breathe in through the low belly, the middle ribs, the upper chest. You're breathing in through the nose. Exhale, release the chest, relax the ribs, relax the belly, breathing out. And then do that again. Inhale through your nose, low belly, rib cage, heart and chest. Exhale, relax the chest, the ribs, the low belly. And then continue that. So that's your Dirga 3-part breath that you're familiar with. We start with that oftentimes in our practice together. So maybe very comfortable for you perhaps. Or if you're tuning in for the first time, it might be new. Just getting used to that breath first. And then from that Dirga 3-part breath or pranayama, breathing exercise, start to layer on what's called an ujjayi breath or ocean-sounding breath. It'll still be in and out through the nose, but as you breathe in, you feel the breath drag up the back of the throat. There's a slight constriction or narrowing in the back of the throat. And as you exhale, same thing. You feel that breath drag down the back of the throat through that slight narrowing or constriction. And it starts to create an audible sound. So an audible inhale and exhale, almost like this ocean wave of a sound or breath. And if this ujjayi breath is new for you, imagine that you're fogging a mirror with your breath. That when you breathe out through the mouth, that feeling in the back of the throat. But try to do that through closed lips. Same thing on the inhale. And on the exhale. You can experiment with the depth or intensity of the sound. It might be a soft whisper of that ujjayi breath. Or it might be a more audible ujjayi breath. Both are correct, whatever feels better on your body. And this is a great breath to help calm our minds, to settle ourselves, to drop into the present moment. And also when you're flowing in your practice, a good breath to help you sustain postures that might feel challenging in strength or flexibility. As a way to drop a little deeper into whatever you're experiencing on the mat. And find that presence, find that center. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale through your nose, just round your back. Press all the breath out. Tuck the tail, scoop the belly, bring the chin to your chest. You're in a cat back. And then you can inhale, open up, press forward on the sit bones, lift the belly, lift the chest, lift the face. And exhale, round your back. Tuck the tail, scoop the belly, chin to chest. Do that again. Inhale, open up, lift through the heart, lift through the chest. Look up. And exhale, release. Good. As you inhale, lengthen your spine, shrug your shoulders up, back, and down. And exhale, release. Let's take a big sun breath. Sweep the arms wide and high above the head. Let the palms touch. And then slide the hands through heart center. That's your prayer position or Anjali Mudra. Bow the head to the heart and just take a moment to land, to connect to yourself, to your own heart, to your own body, to your own presence. And setting an intention today, this morning, of being present in the moment. So with everything else going on in the world around us and our own personal lives, seeing if you can take this time to just be very present in this experience, in each moment that we have together for this next hour or so that we're together. And then as you inhale, slide the hands to the ceiling, lengthen the arms, lift the face. And exhale, open the arms wide. Let's take just a nice, easy side stretch to warm up. So right arm out and up. Exhale, up and over. And you'll do that a couple times. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Other side, inhale. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. One more time each side. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Big breath in. Full breath to stretch. Big breath in. And exhale, release. Both hands behind you, interlace your fingers, press the fists down, open up the heart, open up the chest, lift the throat and face. And then exhale, release the face, release the hands, roll the shoulders. Let's just switch the cross of our legs. We'll do one more cross-legged thing. So put the other leg in front. You could also be kneeling if this is uncomfortable. So this is going to be a little bit different too. Bring your hands up to your shoulders. So the movement's going to be a little bit of a rotation. It's going to be a single twist one way, a single twist the other way, and then a double twist. So again, single, single, double. And I'll show you the breath in a moment. Single, single, double. So each twist, you're going to breathe out. So it's going to be like this. You breathe out, out, out for 2. Out, out, out for 2 through your nose. Like you're blowing out a candle with your nose. Keep going. Doesn't have to be fast, so take your time. Warming up the spine, warming up the breath. A few more times. So you could close the eyes if you're getting dizzy. You could also have a steady gaze and not really move the head. Keep the head more fixed. Again, single, single, double. Keep going. We'll do 2 more. Release. Inhale, arms up. Exhale all the way behind you. Drop your chin, interlace your fingers. Press the fist down, open the heart, lift the chest, lift the face, look up. And exhale, release the hands, roll the shoulders. Let's come to all fours so you can come over the shins or unwind the legs. And as you get into tabletop, let's take our familiar hip circle. So bring your hands forward and just start to stir the hips around. So if you're just tuning in, I mentioned in the beginning that we'll be doing a little more pranayama or breath work that we usually do. So it might feel a little different. And just being open to that, just kind of testing out some new things today. Really working the breath. The pranayama work, the breath work can help us find more peace, find more presence, increase our vitality, our well-being. When the hips come to the back, reverse direction. So stir everything up. Good. Let's bring the hips back to the heels. Take a wide knee child's familiar. Touch the toes, separate the knees, drop the head. Just pause here for a moment and breathe in your child's pose. Could be that 3-part breath that we began with, or even that Ujjayi breath layering on that ocean wave of a sound, couple breaths. Good. With the arms extended, let's roll forward. We'll keep warming up the spine, knees underneath the hips, dip the hips, lift the heart, lift the belly, lift the heart. Look all the way up. Nice big up dog with relaxed knees. And exhale, take it back. So just a warm up here in our gentle, moderate flow class, flowing through this movement to undulate the spine and create more space in the body, more room for the breath. A couple times. Okay. Now let's take it one more time. We'll come all the way to our bellies. And then bring your hands off your mat out towards the corners of the mat. Inhale to lift up to a variation of cobra. Lift the chest, lift the heart, lift the throat and face. And exhale, pour yourself back down. We're going to do that again. Bring your hands a little further back towards your body, still off the mat on fingertips. Inhale, roll up. Lift the heart, maybe come a little higher. And exhale, release. And then this last time, let's bring our hands to the mat back near our chest, just like a regular cobra. Lift the heart, lift the chest, lift the throat. And exhale, release. Let's come all the way back to child. So press into the hands, send the hips to the heels. You're welcome to rest here or bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Roll up or lengthen up to sit on your heels. And then take your high knee, lift the hips, lift the arms all the way up. And exhale, open the arms, bring the chin to the chest, touch your low back, and then inhale, lift up to a modified version of a camel pose or Ustrasana. Exhale, release to tabletop, all fours. Good. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, draw the navel up and in, drop the head, drop the tail, breathe the breath out. Inhale through your nose, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the heart, look up and forward. Twice more, exhale to curl, coming in and out of that cat and cow. And then inhale, belly drops, tail lifts, heart open. One more time, exhale to curl. Inhale, back through cow. And then lengthen from tail to head. You're going to curl the toes under, and your choice, gentle or moderate. You could walk out to puppy and keep it more gentle for now, or you could pick it up to dog. Lift the hips, straighten the legs. And if you're in dog, let's just paddle out a couple times, pressing through one heel and the other heel, walking the dog. Good. And then find stillness. If you're in dog, if you're in puppy, you can just stay feet hip width, bend the knees, and reach the tail away from the wrists. You get really long in your back. A couple breaths there. And then see if you could press through the heels and just hold there. A few breaths. Good. Walk the feet towards the hands. Take nice little easy baby steps to walk up. And then let the feet be hip width. You could shake the head yes. You could shake the head no. Head can hang heavy. Let's take just a couple shoulder rolls. If it's uncomfortable to be upside down, bring your hands to your legs to your flat back. Otherwise, stay in your deep fold. And if you can, you're going to take your peace fingers, like you're making a peace sign. Glue the pointer and middle together. Turn the hands towards each other. Slide those two fingers between the big toe and second toe. Hook them underneath the big toe. Thumb comes inside. Lengthen the arms. Ardha Uttanasana, holding the toes. Legs are straight or bent if they need to be. And then exhale, deep fold. Bend the elbows and drop the head. You know, you can bend the knees here too. Hold and breathe. Good. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Pull the head away from the tail. If you'd like, you're going to slide your hands underneath your feet. So the toes lift up. You step right on the palm of the foot. The toes reach towards the wrist crease if they can. You're going to stretch out. If you want to bend the knees, go ahead and bend the knees. Exhale, deep fold, elbows out. If this doesn't work, you could be hands to shins or let the arms dangle. You could also take that deep bend in the knees to get here, or even have a block underneath the hands. Couple breaths. Good. And then release the hands out from underneath the knees, or not underneath the feet. Those are called your feet. Bend your knees. Roll yourself up slow. One vertebrae at a time. Head is the very last thing to lift. And then at the top, sweep the arms up. Big sun breath. Exhale, hands come through prayer. Stand up nice and tall. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Take a deep inhale. Full exhale to hold. Come back to your intention of being present, being right here, right now. Deep breath in. Exhale, release your arms. You're going to bend the knees, bend the hips, and sit into Utkatasana. We're going to come into some breath work here. So Utkatasana, chair pose like this. It's going to be the breath of fire. You're going to breathe in and out through the nose, and it's going to be like you're blowing out that candle with your nose. So it's a forceful exhale through the nose like this. And then the inhale will just naturally happen. So let's do that maybe 10 times or so. Take a deep breath in. Here we go. Breathe in, stand up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen. Bring your hands to your shins or fingertips to the mat. It's just a half sun salutation. Exhale, deep fold, bend the knees. Inhale, come up through Utkatasana and stay. So we're going to try that again. So the belly is like pulsing in and out and in and out and in and out. Think more about the exhale through the nose every time. Let's go for 20. Here we go. Deep breath in. Inhale up. Good. Exhale, swan dive. You can bend the knees. Inhale, lengthen, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deep fold. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, come up. And breathe out where you are. So maybe now a little more familiar. Let's go one more time. Do about 20 or so. Deep breath in. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive last time. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, deep fold to stay. And be at the top of the mat. So if you're not already, just walk yourself up and step the right leg back. Let's bring our hands to the ground or grab your blocks. Put them right underneath your hands. Bend the back knee, lift the heart, look up. Exhale, lift the hips, straighten the legs, head to shin. Good, so you're going to keep going and just notice how you feel after just 3 rounds of that breath of fire. That can really help build energy in the body, vitality, strength. So if you're feeling a little stagnant or stale or fatigued, that can be a great way to wake yourself up. Good. And then bend the front knee, keep the back leg straight to hold. Come up onto the tips of your fingers. Make sure your feet are hip-width distance so you have a nice solid base because we're going to do a little bit of work here. And then inhale, lift the arms. So we're in our crescent lunge or our high lunge. Again, we're going to do a little breath work here. So take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to toss the arms forward. And the elbows can kind of bend. Inhale up. Exhale, toss forward. Inhale up like you're going to slice the arms through the air. Bend the elbows, slice. 2 more. Last time, inhale up. Maybe the legs are really feeling this now. That's good. Exhale. Inhale up, stay. Exhale, swan dive. Touch the ground or the blocks. You can keep the back knee lifted or drop it down to modify. Press into the right hand, lift the left arm. Look up. Deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to take this left arm and kind of thread it underneath the right leg as you look down. Inhale up, lift it up. Exhale, thread it through. And again, that back knee could be lifted, so it's up to you. Inhale up. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, both the hand and the knee drop to the ground. And then back out of the hips enough so you can bring the front leg back to a knee down plank. Eventually we can take this to a regular plank. Uncurl the toes, point your elbows back, come to your belly. Modified chaturanga. Inhale to cobra, pubic bone and hip points stay down, elbows back, shoulders down. Exhale, release to belly. Shift up and back to table. And then take it up to dog or puppy if you prefer, all the way up. And good job. Inhale, rise on the balls of the feet. Exhale, drop the right heel, bend the left knee, look underneath the right arm. Inhale out. Exhale, switch. Inhale out. Exhale, both heels drop to pause. See if you can come back to that ujjayi breath, that ocean sounding breath. Few rounds here, in through the nose. Out through the nose. Good, continue that. Inhale. Exhale. Good, continue. Feel the breath fill your entire body. Breathing into all those edges and corners of the body that might not normally receive your breath. Each inhale increasing the vitality, the strength, the power. And each exhale making space for whatever you want to invite in. And then when you're ready, either take little baby steps to forward fold, or you could float the right leg through and step the left leg up to meet it. Inhale, flat back. Ardha Uttanasana, come to shins or fingertips. Exhale, deep fold. We'll just reverse swan dive to come up, so either straight or bent knees. Inhale up. And exhale through prayer. Maybe close the eyes, come back to your intention of being present today. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release the arms. You're going to do the whole thing from the top. So start in Utkatasana. So we're going to come back to that breath of fire. Sink the hips low, bend the knees. I'm just going to switch to this side. So we'll do 3 rounds again. I think about 20 breaths is good, but if you'd rather do 10, just do 10. Here we go. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe in, stand up, Tadasana. Exhale, swan dive, straight or bent knees. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana, hands to shins or fingertips to mat, stretch it out. Exhale, deep fold. You're coming up through Utkatasana. Bend the knees, bend the hips, sit into chair, get ready for that breath of fire again, deep breath in. Breathe in, stand up. Exhale, swan dive. You're doing great. If it gets to be too much at any point, just take a break. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, release. You're flushing your body out of all the toxins, anything you don't need. Bend the knees, bend the hips, sit in a chair. Last time you can do it. Here we go. Deep breath in. Breathe in, stand tall. Exhale, swan dive. Last time, you're doing great. Inhale, lengthen. Last time, flat back. You're going to stay. Exhale, deep fold, stay. And then step the left leg back. So I'm going to get ready for that flow. So hands are on the ground or hands are on the blocks, right? You're going to bend that back knee, lift the heart, look up, breathe in, big breath. Exhale, lift the hips, head to shin, straighten the legs. Keep going, bend the knees, roll over towards the front. Exhale, lift the hips, straighten the legs. So as you inhale, the knees bend, your spine kind of undulates up, the heart lifts up like you're going to sip breath in through the front of the room. Exhale, release, lift the hips, straighten the legs. And then come to your high lunge. So start with your hands down, come onto the fingertips. And remember, we want a stable base because you're going to be here for a little bit and you want to be able to keep your balance. So have your feet hip width. Be on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, lift the arms. So here we are in our crescent lunge or our high lunge, and we're about to take those chops again. So just the arms again. The arms come down, the elbows bend, and they kind of throw back with that exhale. So here we go. Let's go 5 times. Take a deep breath in. That's 1. One more time. You're going to shake off whatever you don't need. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive. Keep the back knee lifted or drop it down. Revolve your lunge. Inhale, lift the right arm. Now exhale, thread it through. It comes kind of underneath the bottom leg. You can do this with a bent back knee or a straight back knee. Inhale up. Exhale, thread. Inhale up. Exhale, thread. Inhale, lift, hold. Breathe out, release the hand. Good. Step back to plank or modified plank. So keep the back knee lifted or drop it down. Step back. Hold. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower chaturanga or modify by dropping the knees. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Like we did on the other side, come into your calf press. Lift your heels. Exhale, drop the left heel. Bend the right knee, look underneath the left arm. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, both heels drop. About 3 to 5 rounds of an Ujjayi breath. If you're tired, drop your knees, rest in child's or puppy. So deep breath in through the nose, Ujjayi breath, ocean breath. Full breath out through the nose. Think about fogging a mirror with the breath, but keep the lips closed. Breathe in. Exhale. Another time or so on your own. Good. Look between the hands, either little baby steps or left leg steps through. Right leg meets it. Inhale, stretch out, flat back, lengthen. And exhale, deepen. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And exhale, hands to prayer. Let's just hold for a moment here. Pause. Maybe close the eyes. And just notice how you feel right now. After just half hour or so practicing together with all this breath work that we're doing, how do you feel in your body? How's the rhythm of your heart? How are your insides? Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release your arms. Let's come back to Utkatasana, chair pose. So bend the knees, bend the hips. I'm going to be on this side here. And we're going to do our chops that we did in our high lunge or crescent lunge, but we're going to do them here in Utkatasana. So I'm going to do them 5 times. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, deep fold. Step the right leg back to low lunge. You can have your hands on the ground or the blocks for support. Come up to warrior 1. So spin the back heel down, anchor the heel, and then lift the arms. The torso stays square to the front. The back heel is anchored. Sole of the back foot's on the ground. Take a deep breath in. And full breath out. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, open up to warrior 2. There's a little wiggle and repositioning of the feet so you can get the front heel lined up with the arch of the back foot. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale through warrior 2. And exhale, side angle. Bend the elbow, bring the forearm to the thigh. That's option 1. You could stay here. Or you could take this bottom arm and drop it to the ground, either the outside or the inside of the leg. You could be on a ground or a block. And we're going to hold for 4. Take a deep breath in for 4. Full breath out for 4. Do that twice more. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time, deep breath. Exhale. Give yourself a little break. Come on up, straighten the legs. Breathe in, lift up. And exhale, open the arms shoulder height. Let's turn the toes forward, the heels back, nice wide-legged stance. Lift the arms up. And exhale, swan dive, either halfway to touch the ground or all halfway to touch the legs or all the way to touch the ground. Move this out of the way. So you're in a deep fold. Hands on the ground, or they could extend forward like dog, or any other variation. Let's take a moment to reacclimate to your own steady breath, whether it's a 3-part breath or an ujjayi breath or a natural breath. Just feel your legs, your back, your body, any arm variation you want. Good. Slide your hands back underneath the shoulders. Bend the knees. Place your hands on the thighs. Lengthen your spine to come up. At the top, take a big sun breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arms shoulder height. Turn the left foot forward. Bend the left knee back to warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, cartwheel it down. Left arm, right arm, pivot on the ball, the back foot, and hold. From here, scooch that back leg forward a little bit and straighten your legs. So bring it forward enough so you can get on the sole of your back foot. Come on the fingertips, lengthen. Again, you could have your hands on blocks and a lengthen here. The back foot is pretty much parallel, facing forward. It could be turned out ever so slightly, but the hips are square. You're in pyramid pose. Long spine. And exhale, deep fold. Good. Holding that pyramid pose. And then lengthen your spine here. I'm going to take you into revolved triangle. So this bottom hand is going to be your right hand. That can be to a block or to the ground. And it can either be to the inside of the right leg, where it is right now, or cross it over to the outside of the right leg. So more gentle, it's going to be inside, either on the ground or on the block. More vigorous, on the outside. And what we'll do from here is just bring the left hand to the hip. Revolve, so open the left shoulder. And then lift the left arm. Look to the top hand. We're going to stay here for 3 rounds of breath. Breathe in for 4. Out 4. In for 4. Out for 4. One more time. Breathe in. And out. Good. Release the hand. Bend the front knee. Let's move the blocks away if you want to and step the back leg up to meet the front leg. Inhale, lengthen to a flat back, long spine. Exhale to a deep fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. And exhale through prayer. You can close the eyes once more and just take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the arms. Whole thing on the other side. So start your Utkatasana. You're going to pause. So hold your chair pose. I'm going to switch this way. We're going to start with those chops 5 times that we did on the other side and that we did in our crescent lunge. Big breath in. Exhale through your nose. So it's just arms and torso. Inhale it. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. Inhale, stand up, Tadasana. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, deep fold. The left leg steps back. You're in a high lunge, hands on the ground or blocks. Spin the back heel down so you can get ready to come up to warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. So it's kind of heel to heel alignment here. Inhale, lift the arms up. Torso rises, shoulders above the hips, and you're going to hold your warrior 1. Take a couple breaths. Spark up the fingers. Have the arms nice and wide, the chest nice and broad, super strong legs. Deep breath in. And full breath out. On an in-breath, straighten the front leg. Exhale, open up to warrior 2. So again, we rearrange our feet. You might widen them. You want to wiggle them. So now it's heel to arch alignment. Front heel lined up with arch of back foot. Deep breath in. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale through center, warrior 2. Exhale, side angle, either forearm to thigh top arm stretches, or top hand comes to the front or the back of that front leg, and you could have your hand on the ground or a block. We're going to hold for 3 breaths, count of 4. Take a deep breath in, full breath out. 2 more times. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Deep breath. Full breath out. Come up, reverse triangle. Breathe in, take a little break. Dance all the way back. And then open up, shoulder height. Let's spin the toes forward, the heels back again. So this is kind of like our reset, this wide-legged stance. Lift the arms up. We bring everything back into alignment. Exhale, swan dive to touch the legs or come all the way to the ground. Any arm variation you want. So last time I took this down dog variation. You're welcome to be there. Or maybe stretch the arms through the legs, turn the palms down, or anything else that would feel good on your body. Take a few breaths. Maybe find that Ujjayi breath. Good. When you're ready, bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Bend the knees, bring your hands to the tops of the thighs. Press off the thighs to lengthen. Come all the way up to stand, and then take your big sun breath. Inhale up. Exhale, arms shoulder height. Last time, we're going to spin the front foot forward, bend the front knee, warrior 2, and then cartwheel down. Front arm, pivot on the ball, the back foot. And now we're scooching the back leg forward so we can come to pyramid pose. So take that left leg, drag it up a little bit, and then straighten your legs. Have your feet hip width distance. You could have that back heel turned in a little bit to keep your balance, but about hip width distance and pretty much parallel with the feet. Lengthen the spine, straighten your legs, square your hips, pull your right thigh bone up and back into the pelvis, and drop the left hip down a little bit so the hips are square. Big breath. And then exhale, deep fold in your pyramid. You got it. Hold, breathe. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Coming into revolved triangle. Left hand on the ground or block, either right underneath the shoulder, or you cross it over to the outside of that front leg. That's more advanced. I'm going to keep my hand under my shoulder. I don't have a block this time, but you could have a block. You could be on fingers or palm. I'm going to bring the right hand to the right hip and then revolve. Open the chest and shoulders to that same side as the front leg. And then lift the top arm. Drishti, or focal point, would be at the ceiling towards the top hand. If that bothers the neck, lift down. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Count of 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Good. Release the hand. And then bend the front knee and step the back leg up to meet the front leg. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, deep fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale through prayer. Maybe close the eyes, reset here, back to that intention of presence. Deep breath in. And exhale, release the arms. Let's take a sun breath to the top. We're going to make our way down to the mat. As you exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. So that half sun salutation or half part of a Surya Namaskar A. Exhale, release. Step the right leg back, land on the right knee. Step the left leg back, land on the left knee. Keep the toes curled under and the hips high. And let's come into our puppy pose. So hips high, stretch the arms, melt the chest. Bring either the chin or the forehead to the mat. Spread the fingers wide. Really stretch the arms so much that the elbows are off the ground. And take a few breaths. Good. Shift forward. Drop your forearms down. Interlace your fingers if that's comfortable, or place the palms down like a Sphinx pose, arms like number 11. You're welcome to rest here. So if you want a more gentle practice, just hold here, drop the head, maybe wag the head, just kind of releasing any tension in the neck. Now, if you want to take it up a notch to a more moderate or intermediate place, lift the head, look at the ground, press the crown of the head forward, extend one leg back like a plank, and you're going to bring the other leg back. We're just going to hold our forearm plank for a few breaths. So step back under the ball of the foot, hold. If it gets to be too much, drop your knees. Let's see if we can do 3 breaths for the count of 4. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. You can do it one more time. Take a break if you need to. And out. Good. Lower onto your belly. Uncurl your toes. Place your palms to the mat. Lift your heart. You're in Sphinx. Bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers. Lift the chest. Press down into the elbows. Broaden across the collarbones. And look at the ground in front of the fingertips. Take a couple breaths here. Maybe even close the eyes. Just stretch the belly. Open the heart and chest. Okay, another deep breath. And exhale, melt. Take it back to child's, hands underneath shoulders. Press back, child's pose of your choice. So knees either wide or hip width. Arms extend, fold back to head, or come alongside the body with backs of hands to mat, palms open. Take a few breaths. Good. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press into your hands. Either roll up or lengthen up like we did in the very beginning of class. And then come to your high kneel again. Lift the hips, lift the arms. As you exhale, bring your hands to your low back. Drop the chin. Fingers down, elbows back. Lift the heart. Modified camel, look up. Exhale, release the gaze. Release the hips. You're going to pause. You can do that one more time, or if camel is in your practice, go for that. Toes could be curled under or uncurled. Let's reach the arms forward if we're coming to camel, just to give us a little strength here before we take it back. Option, you can bring hands to low back like we just did, or bring one hand to heel, bring the other hand to heel, hold there, or pop the chest, squeeze the backs of the shoulders, and drop the head back only if it's comfortable. Breathe. Good. When you're ready, one hand to back, other hand to back, press up. Hold. Uncurl your toes. Sit on your heels. If that's not comfortable, come to cross legs. We're going to stay here. Roll your palms open and close your eyes. So let's pause here for a moment together. So sit on your heels or sit in cross legs. Close your eyes. Take you into this box breath pranayama or breathing exercise. It's going to be breathing in for the count of 4, hold for the count of 4. Breathe out for the count of 4 and hold for the count of 4. Let's do it together. Close the eyes or soft gaze. Deep breath into the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. Pause. One more time. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Regular Dirga breath. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Take that a couple times on your own. Steady breath. One more deep breath. When you're ready, as you exhale, just let the chin fall back down to the heart or the chest. Let the hands come off your lap. Come to sit if you are on your heels and bring the legs around to the front. Let's take our feet about as wide as the mat. Take a couple windshield wipers. Oh, there's more I want to do and we're running out of time. Let's bring the knees up through center and wiggle the feet so you can come into cross legs with the right leg in front. So we'll take one hip opener here. I think that'll be a good fit before we close. So you can either have the right leg in front or double pigeon, where you're going to bring your right leg on top. So you'd scoot your bottom shin forward so it's parallel with the front of the mat. You'd place the heel or the foot on top of the bottom knee and then let the other knee stack towards the foot. The shins are parallel and they're stacked. The top knee might still be lifted. That's okay. So that's one option, double pigeon. You could also be in cross legs with the right leg in front. If you want another hip opener, feel free to come into pigeon with the right leg in front if you know it, or come onto your back and figure 4 with the right leg on top. This is going to be the last thing we do before we meet you on the ground. If you decide to be in figure 4 or something else, sit up tall. You can hold the sole of the foot in the knee or hold the ground, deep breath. And then exhale, hinge forward. If you want, you could be in a flat back. So you're in some form of a hip opener. Cross legs, double pigeon, pigeon or figure 4. Couple breaths. Good, inhale, lengthen up. Very good, pause. And then just if you're with me still, bring the hands behind, unravel the legs, and come to the other side. So now we're taking either left leg on top for double pigeon, left leg in front for cross legs. If you're in regular pigeon, switch to the other side. If you're on threaded needle, or figure 4 rather, switch to the other side. Hold the foot, hold the knee, or hold the ground. Sit up tall, breathe in. Exhale, dive forward if you want that forward fold. Otherwise, stay with a long spine. Take a few breaths. Good. Let's lengthen to come up. Breathe in. Come on up. And out when you're ready. Good. Unravel your legs. You can tip back. Maybe just a couple last windshield wipers before we come onto our mat to rest. You guys are doing so good. Great. Now bring the knees up through center. Wiggle the feet. Hip width distance or so, and then scoot your body up so you have room to lay back. Have any props nearby that you want for Shavasana. Lift the arms. And then exhale, slowly lower. Tuck the tail. You can use your hands for support or not. Come all the way onto your back. And then take a nice big stretch out. Lengthen from fingers to toes. Big, big stretch. Gather knees up to the belly, hold the knees or the shins, or wrap the arms around the legs for that final hug. Nice, nice, easy rock. Massage the back, closing the eyes. Then your hands on top of the knees and circle the knees one way. And then circle the knees the other way. The knees into the belly, extend the left leg long, just hug the right knee in for a moment, get a little relief in the low back, stretching out. And then open the right arm to T, guide the left leg across the body as you roll more onto the left hip, and then just turn the head away from the knee. right solar foot to the mat, so you can shift the hips back. They wandered off the side, which they might have. Send the right leg forward, bring the left knee into belly. Just give that knee and shin a deep hug. Your lower back release. Good. Feels so good, right? And then open the left arm, guide the knee across the body. Just take a nice simple knee down first, nice and easy. Turn the head away from the knee if you'd like. Just close the eyes. Stringing up. We did a lot of work today, a lot of different things that might not feel as familiar to you. I'm sure you did great. You have your body all ready for this new day. Your mind is right. Opening the heart, building energy, building strength, building flexibility, balance, and flushing out whatever you don't need. Okay, come back through center, use that left foot to press into the ground and switch the hips one more time. And then feel free to move or not move however you'd like to come into Shavasana. So if there's any final poses, you can take that now, and if you're ready to rest, just wiggle yourself into that last pose. Let the legs come long, let that be slightly greater than hip width distance. Let your feet relax. Let your arms come long, slightly away from the body, palms open towards the ceiling. Fingers relax, thumbs relax. And let the breath start to soften. Your body start to relax. Couple breaths here to settle into stillness and silence. Needing to disturb anything, just bring your awareness to your breath. So as you've been focusing on the breath through the majority of our practice today, and begin to let the breath deepen again. That anchor of your practice. The breath allowing us to come back home to ourselves, to come back home to the present moment. At any point during our day, on the mat or off the mat. As the breath deepens, become aware of your body. Maybe bring movement into the fingers or the toes. And then eventually come on to either side, come into a fetal position. Bring the knees into the belly. And the arms into the chest, so rest there for a moment. The eyes are closed for that soft, steady breathe. Take your time to come up, press the ground away. Come to cross legs, and we'll just be here for a moment. Looking on back, sometimes back to the lap, and the palms will open. Sit up nice and tall. And find the breath again. And full exhale. The next time that you breathe in, let your hands come together in prayer position, arms on your palms up. As you exhale, bow your head to yourself, and your intention of presence today. And end together on the sound of Om, the sound of community, starting with our letting go breath. Deep breath in. Exhale from the mouth. Another deep breath. As your head bows back to itself, if you want a last moment to honor the divinity and the light that shines in you. Namaste. Thank you for being here. So glad I got to practice with you again today. So have an awesome Wednesday and a great rest of your week. And I'll see you guys again real soon. So if you were tuning in later, I just want to remind you that next week we're hopefully going to be testing out Zoom. So just keep your eye on Facebook or on email or on our website, and I'll make sure that you guys know how to access the live classes next week, just to mix it up and try something new. So thanks so much. I'm so glad that you guys were here. I love practicing with you, whether it's in the studio, outside, or online. So thanks for showing up this morning. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Chris. I'm so glad you guys were here. Hopefully we'll be out on the lake on Saturday. I think that they may have increased the capacity for classes outdoors. So it looks like it might be rainy, so I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not. But if it does happen, I might be able to up the capacity. So if you are on the wait list, keep your eyes out for an email. Patty, I think you're on the wait list. And then if not, and you want to join in, and I'll double check that this afternoon and open those up hopefully. So I'll see you guys real soon. Thank you so much. Take care. Any comments, feedback, ideas, thoughts, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. So thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Leah. Thank you. Oh, good. Thanks, Shannon. I'm glad you enjoyed it. A little bit different. I'm sharing with you my personal practice of things I've been working on the mat at home. So I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. Oh, Lynn, it's good to see you. I'm so glad you liked it. Yeah, a little different than what we usually do. I'm glad you enjoyed. Thank you so much. Thanks, Patty. I'll see you guys real soon. So we'll be back on Facebook Live on Friday morning at 9, and then again Friday night at 5:30. So take care. Have an awesome day, and we'll practice again together real soon. Take care.